name is Coach B, the CEO, co-creator of Extraordinary Outcomes. I'm an ordinary person with extraordinary aspirations who believes in living life fully alive. Welcome to the Hope Channel for your Monday Morning Magic, where inspiration plus information equals transformation. Good morning, CEOs. Good morning, CEOs. Welcome to Monday Morning Magic. My name is Coach B. I am delighted and happy to be here with you this morning. Let me take a moment out to acknowledge Martin Luther King. He's definitely been an inspiration in my life. We definitely need to dream and see the mountaintop. Today's topic is, what challenges are you facing? What challenges are you facing? I like to use a dictionary on occasion because I think I know what words mean, and sometimes I don't know the actual meaning, right? I think I know the meaning, but I don't always know the meaning. And so I thought I would look it up, right? So a challenge is when you're invited by someone to do or say something that you may think is difficult or impossible. When you see me change my position, it's because I have like the phone camera on, the camera on from the laptop, and then I have a monitor on. So I'm just switching from one thing to the other. But let me make sure that I'm clear with this definition. It says, right, invite someone to do or say something that one thinks will be difficult or impossible. What challenges are you facing? And is this an opportunity for growth? Wow. So many times I had challenges before me, not because they were actually, and let me say that word, not because they were actually difficult, but I perceived it as being difficult. I thought it was impossible. And I would say, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not even going to try to do it. I would actually talk and walk myself out of the process before I would think about what's possible. In other words, what could I do to lessen the difficulty, to make this particular thing possible opposed to impossible? Challenges. What challenges are you facing? Some people are finding challenges in communicating. Some people are finding challenges with technology. Some people are finding challenges with working with other people on their job. Some people are facing challenges raising their children. Some people are facing challenges budgeting money. People find challenges or have challenges in every area of their life. I stopped there to pause, to reflect on, are they really challenges, or we think that they are challenges? Is it our perception, the way that we see things, that is the challenge? Because sometimes, I said cause because sometimes the way we see a problem is actually a problem. How do I know something is impossible or difficult if I don't give it a try? If I give up before I even try? There's an old adage, nothing beats a failure but a try. Let me say that adage again. Nothing beats a failure but a try. So as I was mentioning earlier, so many times I talked myself out of something before I gave myself the opportunity to try it. An example would be, I wanted to do a particular thing. And when I thought about it, I was like, that's going to be too much work. I don't have enough time. How am I going to do it? How is it going to fit in? And when I actually stopped making up reasons and excuses and justifying and rationalizing why I couldn't do this particular thing, and started thinking about, let me see where the space is. So I'll give you an example. One day I had a bright idea. I want to run a marathon. Now let me tell you that I had never thought about running a marathon ever. And I know this is not even marathon season. Marathon already happened in November. But this is something that I thought would be challenging. How the heck am I going to run 26.2 miles? I never ran 26.2 miles ever in my life. And at the time, I don't even think I ran 26.2 miles in a whole year, meaning in increments, like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes there. I had never in my whole life ran 26.2 miles. So I had the bright idea, I want to run a marathon, I want to get in shape, I'm turning a certain age, this would be great. And no sooner than I thought it, all the reasons not to do it came up. I don't have sneakers, I don't have the clothes, I don't have a personal trainer, I don't have time. That means I got to get up earlier in the morning. That means I have to work out so many days out of the week, this, that, and the third. All of these excuses, some based in fear, some based in lack of knowledge, some based in lack of skills, some based in my attitude. But this was a challenge. Now, here's the funny thing. A challenge could be something that you want to do. Like, I want to be in shape. I want to run the marathon. And a challenge can feel like something that you really don't want to do. I don't want to do a public speaking engagement. It doesn't matter what the challenge is. The key word in the definition is what I'm thinking about the challenge. That I think that is difficult or impossible. For some people, public speaking, no problem. For somebody else, it's a major issue. It's a challenge for them. For some people, a challenge is running a marathon. For others, it's like, that's a cakewalk. So as I was saying, all of these thoughts, one moment I was thinking, how can I run this marathon? The next thought was, I don't have the sneakers, I don't have the clothes, I don't have the time, I don't know what to eat, I gotta change my lifestyle, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, and I gotta do that. And what I was doing was talking myself out of it. I hadn't even given myself a whole 2 minutes to relish in the thought of doing something that I thought would be a great thing to do before I started talking myself out of it. And then something happened. I downloaded an app. Technology, y'all. I downloaded an app. And on the app, it had a schedule. It had a routine. Something that was easy that I could follow. Because like I said, I had no skills, no experience, no knowledge. I just had a desire, an inkling. This was something that I wanted to do. So I found the app, and the app was like, okay, we're going to train for 4 days out of the week. We're going to do a walk, run on one day. And then we're going to do a light run on the next day. And then we're just going to pick it up a little bit more. So what it was, all right, you're going to practice this thing for a number of weeks. Each day had a routine. something that I could follow. But the one thing that I noticed is that in the app, the program, everything was done in incremental steps. So what it was doing was boosting my confidence that I could do it. If I just take incremental steps a little bit at a time, I could actually run this marathon. And what began to happen as I started taking the small steps and started doing research on, what was the proper sneaker for me? What do I need to ingest in terms of food for those long distance runs? I became more knowledgeable. Here's the gift. I became more knowledgeable about my body and how my body worked. So prior, I had an inspiration. I want to run. I want to run a marathon. Two seconds after I said it, the fear, the challenge came in. I started talking myself out of it. When I switched my mindset and said, okay, this is something I want to do, but because I lacked the knowledge, the skills, and the ability to do something, I think I need to go find out how to do it. And as I said, I found an app. What the app did was give me instructions, a play-by-play way to run a marathon. As I started training, I started learning more about my body. Then I started liking what I was doing. I felt enthusiastic about what I was doing. My confidence started to build because I was enjoying what I was doing. Now, here's the thing. When we change our mindset and we get some information and we actually apply the information, the challenge seems to dissipate. So what happened was, did I run that marathon? Yes, I did. Did I have a great time running the marathon? Yes, I did. Did I learn so much more about myself? Yes, indeed. Did I have a good time, meeting my pace and my rate? Yes, because I was prepared, because I had been training. So the one thing about challenges that I would like to offer is this. Sometimes the challenge is not a challenge. It's the way that we're thinking about the particular thing that we want to do or somebody asked us to do. Sometimes, I say to myself, I want to do X, Y, and Z. But when I break it down into smaller pieces, bite-sized pieces, some might say, and I make an internal adjustment about the way I see this particular thing, I'm more capable, I'm more able, I'm more ready. I'm more ready, right? So I'm capable, I'm able, and I'm ready because my mindset has changed to do the thing. Once I acknowledge that I didn't know something, that I needed to learn something, that emotions were coming up that were kind of robbing me of the experience, because that's what fear will do. Fear will rob you of the experience. Fear will just have you talk yourself out of anything and everything. And once I realized that I was making these excuses, these rationalizations about why I couldn't do it, I started changing my language. I started changing my self-talk. I did the research. You know what? No, I didn't have the sneakers at first. I ran with what I had. I made do with what I had until I was able to do something different. The same thing in any other challenge. I'm just using the marathon as an example, but you can take the poignant points out of it and apply it to yourself. What is it that you need to know? What skills do you need to improve upon? What abilities do you need to have to face the challenge? How could this be an opportunity for personal growth and development? Are you the type of person like me, like I was, that will talk myself out of something before I even gave myself the opportunity to try something? How many times have you talked yourself out of something because you were afraid? How many times have you talked yourself out of something because you didn't know how to do something? How many times have you talked yourself out of something because you felt like you didn't have the skills or the ability to do it? How many times? How many times have you talked yourself out of something that you really, really wanted to do? And only thing that it would actually take for you to do it is to change your mindset, to start thinking about what is it that I could do? How can I break this down to smaller steps? What's possible? Can I do it being afraid? Can I do it because it means more to me than the fear? What might be some of the potential benefits? When I said that I was in the best shape of my life, I learned so much more about my body. That wasn't the reason why I initially wanted to run the marathon. That was an added benefit. And my self-esteem improved. Why? Because I was able to do something that I thought that I couldn't do. Sometimes you have a desire for something that maybe you don't even think you can do that particular thing. Some of us have big, big dreams. And we have a desire to fulfill on the dream. And right on the opposite end of that thought, that desire, is us talking ourselves out of that dream because we think that is difficult, because we think that is impossible. Thoughts become things. Thoughts become things. If I think I can't do it, I can't do it. If I think I can do it, I can do it. If I think that it's difficult, then it's difficult. If I think that it's easy, then it's easy. The mind doesn't know the difference. The mind doesn't know the difference. That's the funny part about the whole thing. The mind doesn't know the difference. It's just following, right? It's just following what we're telling it. So if you are, I'm laughing because I have so many thoughts in my mind right now, right? So if you're programming yourself that you can't do it, then you can't do it. If you're programming yourself that you can do it, then you can do it. Now, here's the hit though. You can do it. The question is when you're going to do it and what steps are you going to take to do it. And let me tell you this, and this is from experience. Sometimes things turn out way better than you could imagine. Way better than you could imagine. As I mentioned in the marathon, man, I was in the best shape of my life. And that wasn't the reason why I was running the marathon. That wasn't the initial reason. I wasn't doing it so that I could be in the best shape of my life. I was doing it because I woke up, I was inspired, and I had an idea. I wanted to run a marathon. I wanted to see if I could do it. That was the challenge. I was challenging myself. Could I run a marathon? I want to run a marathon. But all of the little things that happen between that first thought and the actualization of running a marathon, that journey was so beautiful. So the question is, what challenges are you facing? And how can this be an opportunity? How could this be an opportunity, right, for growth and development? This has been your Monday Morning Magic. Like, share, leave a comment, and please subscribe. I'll see you next Monday.